everyone. This is Lady Reverend Dr. Abinati, and here on Trash to Treasure, we still believe that every human being is made in God's image and in His likeness. And yes, on Trash to Treasure, we believe that from trash, we can move to treasure. We're still on our series, interviewing and having a good rapport with women like ourselves. And tonight, we are blessed, or this afternoon, this morning, whatever time you tuned in, we're blessed. We're grateful to hear a story from a very special lady who's here tonight. So I'm just going to interview her and just follow through this interview. Good evening, my dear.
Good evening.
And I hope you're fine.
By the grace of God.
We thank God. I know this answer already, but I'd like, for the sake of my listeners, to know, what job do you do? What are you into?
Okay, I'll say I'm on the street. I work on the street as a prostitute.
Okay. And she says she's on the street. She works on the streets as a prostitute, and she's into prostitution. That is lovely. I want to ask you, I know that there is always a beginning for something. The reason why we do things, sometimes people don't understand. They're quick to point fingers and say this and that. Can you share with us briefly what got you into prostitution? Why did you go into prostitution?
All right, Pastor. Thank you very much for giving me this platform. Yeah, if I might start, I need to start from the beginning. I gave birth at the age of 13 years for my firstborn.
Wow.
Within a year later, I had my secondborn.
Wow.
That was very early, but due to circumstances in the house, I would say I was very stubborn at that time. Yeah, and I was very young and beautiful, so I wasn't hearing anything anybody's saying. And I had that encounter. I didn't finish my JHS. Yeah, but I'm a very brilliant and intelligent student. If I could forward my career, I'll be very glad. Okay, I decided to travel 2018, 11th March. Yeah, I think so, to Accra, which I don't know anybody over there. I was going through like a hard ways of from my husband, more treatments than stuff. So I decided to leave my young son with him and run away and find some shelter somewhere. So I decided to come to Accra, not knowing where I will alight. I guess I alighted anywhere. By the grace of God and His shelter, I alighted at Spintex. That time I didn't know the name of that place, and I got a job over there at NK City. So I started my work there as a restaurant, a waitress over there. So I started, but because I've not done some before, like I got sick and it got to a time because we don't have any off day. We don't close early. I was like, I want to stop. So I dated a supervisor over there, so I have to go to Ashama.
Okay.
Luckily for me, not knowing, my uncle, who is my mother is at back of him, he's staying in Ashama.
Okay.
So I located them and I decided to go and be with them. And you know how, staying with your uncle's wife and stuff, some behaviors and stuff. I decided I tried a lot of work. I've sold pure water at Ashama main station before. I've sold egg, I sold egg, like a lot of things. I decided, a friend of mine introduced me to this work.
Okay.
And we were friends since childhood from my hometown.
Okay.
So we came to meet here and introduced me to this work. I started this work slow by sure. I saw that no, there's money in it.
Did you start at Ashiaman?
Yeah, I didn't start at Ashama. I started it at La Paz New Market.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I came to start it. And I love dancing. So even when I started, that time there's a lot of, the town was very nice, sweet. So I like dancing. So any music I hear, I used to dance. So that time, even the work wasn't more than the dance. I get money from the dance. Yeah. So it get to a time the place collapsed. So there's no music over there. So the work started coming hard. So it reached a time I decided to work again. So I got a job at Namiche as a secretary.
Okay.
As a secretary. But because of my my level of dedication, the pay wasn't much because I didn't even finish GHS.
Okay.
So I decided to forward my education. I love acting.
Okay.
That's my talent. I want to be an actress. So I went to Crystal Galaxy College, a media school at Odoko.
Wow.
I started it myself. I paid my fees. It got to a time it wasn't easy. I wasn't getting money. It wasn't easy. I have to also feed my kids over there, send my parents money to take care of them. So I have to drop from the school again and come back to the streets more. I started on the street again. Still hustling to find something to do until now in this pandemic, and it's not easy.
How long have you been in prostitution?
Okay, I've been in prostitution until maybe like 2 years.
Okay, 2 to 3 years now. Okay, and have you faced any danger at all?
Yeah, I can't remember one day. See, when I was staying in Shama, I come and I go. So one day I came here and I didn't get money. So the money on me, I decided to go early. So when I was going, when I got to La Paz traffic, a man approached me, dressed very neat. You wouldn't suspect something. It's like, I want to go short with you. And I was like, oh, okay.
So how many minutes is a short?
Oh, short time to the hotel we are using to work gives 30 minutes for short time.
Okay.
But we, the girls, don't give me that time, because if you are giving everybody 30 minutes, then mean we are not hustling on the street. Yeah. So we do it something 5 minutes, 10 minutes, thing, papa.
And they're gone.
So I was like, okay, I didn't get money, so let me get this money from this guy then. Let me move. So I told him, unless we come back, because I don't follow people to their house.
Okay.
And I don't do daybreak. I wouldn't follow you to any hotel till daybreak. No, I just do only short
Why
time.
is that?
Is
it more dangerous, or that doesn't bring a lot of money?
Yeah, that one is very dangerous.
Okay.
It's very dangerous because you don't know the person, you don't know the character the person got. And everybody in life, if you think positive, you think negative.
Yeah.
The person can give you a very sweet face here.
Yeah.
The moment left with you and him, everything
Anything
changed.
can happen.
Yeah, so that's what happened to me that time. And that day is a day I will never forget ever since I started being on the street. So the guy was like, I was like, we should come back here to the hotel. And he's like, oh, I just stay at this Eco Bank here. No, it's a compound house. So I can't do you anything. I was like, okay. And I'm someone, I do things out of my feeling. If I'm doing something and my heart is not talking to me, there's no way I'm going to do. So I got to a place, I got scared, and something was like, I should get back. So I decided to get back, and I was like, where are we going? We have been going for long and we've not gotten to the place. So when he realized I want to get back, and he got to some house and was like, oh, it's this door, he just did something, like he's calling someone. I was like, oh, I just left here, I just came to buy food, and they blocked the door, these people cry. Then I was like, oh, a friend of mine stays here, so let's go there. I said, no, I won't do it again, so I'm turning. As I turned and he hold me, I was like, where am I going? And he pulled some metal thing on me. That time, I don't have anybody there. I don't know anybody here. Like, I got scared. I don't have any family around, so I was like, I don't have anything to do. He did whatever he wanted to do to me. He raped me.
Raped you?
Yes. He raped me. He stripped me naked.
My goodness.
Yeah. He stripped me naked. They let the money on me to take my transport. He took it. And later he was telling me that like he would give me transport and go.
Did he use a condom?
He didn't use condom. I was having condom and I begged him to use condom, but he didn't.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Like, so he maltreated me, and later he took
was
my
violent
clothes.
on you.
Yeah. He took my clothes and he was like, I should go. Naked like that. And it was almost like daybreak. I was like, wow. So I started shivering. And one guy came to pass and was brushing his teeth. So I thought of making some sound, and I did some sound, and the guy turned back, just look at us. And so I realized that area is their character.
Oh.
So if you come into it and you come and interfere, the next day if he meets you and you and him, you guys are going to fight, because you do, he also do.
Exactly.
So why are you coming to interfere? And I got very sad from that minute. I was like, so in what world is this that we can't help each other when someone is even killing somebody? And I was, the only thing I was saying, praying, Jesus, Lord, just take care of me. He should do anything but not to kill me. She leave me and I should go like that. So later he told me I should go. As I was going, I was praying, and he called me back and he threw my clothes to me. I should get dressed. Wow. And I dressed and he said I should go. And I told him that thank you very much, God bless him.
And you left him.
And he told me that I should stop this work. I said no problem.
So why didn't you stop? Because that day you could have died.
Yeah, I could have died that day. I will say I paused on it. I wasn't coming.
Okay.
That day was my saddest day. I cried a lot, like for a month.
Yeah, because to be raped is not pleasant.
I was still sad, like for a month.
Yeah.
So I got a guy who was like, oh, I went to tell him this. So someone gave me transport. That time it was 5 cedis something. So it was 40 something. So he gave me 5 cedis. And even if I get to Asham, I need to take another motor.
Before you
so
get
when
home.
I got there, I have to walk that daybreak. So I walked to the house. Since then, there is no way you will come here and pick me up that we should go to your house, daybreak, then stars. I will never, even if you like, someone will be like, I will take you custom because he wants you to be beside him. Maybe anytime he calls you, he'll take you serious customer for you to know that maybe he's a nice person. You can go with him, and that's how some of the girls do. Yeah, but me, like, if I make my decision, I make my decision.
So you're talking about customers now. What kind of people do you have as clients? You know, because you're saying that man was nicely dressed and all that. So what kind of people are you dealing with sometimes?
Sometimes when you see such people nicely dressed and stuff, don't immediately think that the person might be a nice person.
Yeah.
Sometimes on the street, some people come in a disguise.
Okay.
You see them dating.
Okay.
But I bet you they are the people that the money is on them.
Okay.
And you see the people that they will dress, those people, you even go with them and fights will come just because of some small money.
So how much is your charge? You know?
It depends. Okay. And sometimes it depends on the place we go.
Okay.
Yeah, it depends on every place you go.
But what is the cheapest, the minimum?
The cheapest price maybe you might give to the person, maybe 70 cedis.
Okay.
The cheapest last maybe 50 cedis.
So in a night, in one night, how many men can you sleep with?
It depends. At first, when the business was nice, maybe you might get maybe 10, 7. Yeah.
But don't you get so? I'm a woman, so I'm just trying to picture, you know, the pain, because I'm sure the men come with all sizes.
Yes.
You know, don't you get
pain? Right. You get pain. You really get pain. Sometimes you'll be like, because one, you know, sex is something that the feelings has to come from both sides. Okay. But this one is
it's without feelings
from one person.
Okay.
And you know, as a woman, you need to get wet before you have sex. Yeah. But this, in the situation, you are not getting wet, and you know how painful is it when you are not wet and you're having sex? Yeah. Because me, I don't know, some girls are different, but me, I only get wet when the person is my boyfriend. Yeah, so it's not easy for me. That's why sometimes the girls use gel. Okay. Yeah, for the man to be also okay. Yeah.
And let me ask you, your family, do they know what you do?
Yeah, I would say my family don't know what I do because I've not told them anything.
Your friends?
But rumors.
Okay. They keep asking you, and I'm sure you say no.
Yeah.
How about some of your friends?
I went home with a friend of mine, and my mother called her secretly and asked her, what kind of job do I do? And my friend was like, oh, I work at a pub. And up to now, my mother knows that I work at the pub. Yeah, but rumors they will hear, and me, I'm stubborn since my childhood that there's nothing you go and tell my mommy that it will be something different to her. Yeah. She know definitely I can because I'm very strong. Okay. Or in all her kids, we are 3 girls. I'm the second born. Okay. And she always say I'm the man. Yeah, I'm very strong.
So where did you get that from? Is your father alive?
My father is alive.
Okay.
My father is alive. Okay. Yeah, and I bet my father is a pastor.
Your father is a pastor.
My father is an elder at my father they brought my father back because of me when I got pregnant. By now my father has to be a pastor, but now he's an elder at Pentecost. I was born in Pentecost.
My goodness. That's why you keep mentioning God, because when the thing happened, you cried to God.
Yeah.
So you still believe in God?
I've never quit my God. I don't serve any other God apart from my God.
But do you think God is happy with what you're doing?
I know he's not happy. That's why I always go by asking him questions, because if he knows that he himself, I'm a human being. Yeah, even though he created me in his own image, but what he can pass through, he knows I'm a human being, I can't pass through. And Satan too is stronger than me. He can change me at any time. So the only person I always say that he has to make me strong.
Yeah.
He has to make me strong and make me believe that like he can do something for me. But anytime I cry onto you and I see that where I'm standing is where I'm standing, or maybe my friend will go to a different God and everything will be well for him, and I'm still saying no, I have a living God. So imagine if I'm someone, I change my mind, and if I see someone, I also be like, oh, then let me leave this God and go and follow this God.
That's true, because I've heard that even on the streets, people go to other gods a lot.
Yes, even my close friends I take as my sisters, they always say we should go, but they will tell you the truth. It got to a time, if they have plans, they will not come and tell you. They'll come and tell you, hey, shop for mommy. She will tell you. I don't like that. So that's why I don't believe in someone cursing me. I wouldn't do anything for you to curse me to get me. So if you are cursing me, maybe you are cursing yourself. And I have a God I believe in. So me, those stars, I don't believe in.
Wow. So fast forward, I know that, I'm just recollecting, even the way you're talking shows you're very brilliant and you have a vision. Let me ask you, what would take you from the streets?
Okay, I decided before we enter this pandemic, I've learned hairdresser before when I was in my hometown. So I decided, now we have new stars, especially the frontals. So I decided to save money to go to second image. To polish my hand and add some things to it before we start January this year, before all this pandemic started and money issues and stuff. That's what I decided. And like if I get any good production that is going to take me high,
that's in your acting career.
My acting too, I'm good. I'm okay with it. My hairdressing. So that's what I'm planning for now. So I decided, I don't know when this pandemic is going to be over. So now I'm on saving any little money I get. Because I've decided to do some small shop on my father's land. So after maybe I'm done with those stuff, then I go back to my hometown, not coming back, so that I'll be able to take
Where are you
kids.
from?
I'm from Takoradi.
You're from Takoradi, a central region Takoradi.
The western region.
The western region, rather, sorry. Wow. This is interesting.
It's not easy though.
I know, and I say that I don't condemn you. You understand? And I just want to say on this note that you may be in the trash because of all that you're doing. But once there's life, once there's God, there's hope. Because as a woman, you are made beautifully in God's image, not to be abused, not to be used. And I'm glad that you have a vision, you have a purpose, that you're focused towards something. Once help comes, you'll be out to concentrate on your talent, the beautiful giftings God has given you. One of these things is dancing, acting, So I want to encourage you, don't give up on yourself, and purpose that in no time you'll be out of what you're doing. Because the future looks better. It looks good. And one day you'll be in a place to tell somebody, hey, I went through this. Don't go this way. You may have friends who led you elsewhere. But thank God you're alive, and you be that living testimony to say, hey, don't try it. I went this way and go this way. And hold on to your God. Your father's God will not disappoint you. It is only a matter of time. Even to keep you alive. How old are you now?
I'm 23.
You're 23. To even keep you alive now, still, some went to the streets, they didn't come back. Some have been stabbed, so many horrible stories, So keep praying, and I will pray for you, we'll connect, and we know very soon we'll see you in the treasure bit and say, yes, that's God's scale. So God bless you. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.